Ralph Lauren's design language is rooted in Americana, but elevated with elegance and comfort. Think leather-bound books, tartan throws, rich textures, and equestrian details. This fall, we embrace those signature elements with a modern flair, streamlined silhouettes, refined color palettes, and layered materials that speak to both tradition and innovation. To create that Ralph Lauren-inspired ambience, start with a rich and moody color palette. Deep burgundies, forest greens, tobacco browns, and midnight blues are the foundation. Accent these with camel, cream, and charcoal. The goal? A space that feels grounded and luxurious, like a walk through a forest just before dusk. The fireplace is the soul of autumn decor. Whether you have a classic hearth or a modern electric insert, enhance it with elegant touches. Antique candlesticks, stacked logs, or a vintage mirror over the mantel can all evoke that Ralph Lauren mood. Layering textures and warm lighting will complete the fireside experience. Textiles play a crucial role in seasonal decor. Swap lightweight summer throws for heavy knits, faux fur, and classic plaids. Persian or tribal-inspired rugs add depth and comfort. These layers make a space not just visually appealing, but sensorially inviting, hallmarks of the Ralph Lauren home philosophy. Ralph Lauren's interiors often feature rich leathers and dark woods, symbols of timeless refinement. Incorporate a tufted leather armchair, vintage trunk, or walnut coffee table into your fall setting. These tactile elements ground the room with maturity and age gracefully, enhancing the overall warmth of your decor. Equestrian elements are a cornerstone of the Ralph Lauren aesthetic. Consider small nods like horsebit detailing on pillows, riding boots on display by the entryway, or saddle-inspired leather goods. These pieces instantly add character and storytelling to your space, whispers of the countryside in autumn. Lighting can transform a room more than any single element. Opt for hurricane lanterns, mercury glass votives, or oversized candelabras. Choose warm-toned candles in subtle seasonal scents, like amber, cedarwood, or spiced tobacco. The glow they emit adds romance and intimacy to your fall decor. No Ralph Lauren-inspired fall space is complete without plaid. But instead of overloading, choose just a few accent pieces, a tartan throw draped over the arm of a chair, plaid accent pillows, or even framed vintage tartan prints. These touches hint at heritage without overwhelming your modern sensibility. Art elevates any space, and for a fireside fall vibe, choose pieces that tell a story. Vintage equestrian prints, oil landscapes, or black and white portraits in gold or wood frames enhance the room's intellectual feel. Ralph Lauren's style is as much about storytelling as it is about aesthetics. Stacked books not only bring color and texture but also lend a lived-in, collected charm. Look for vintage hardcover editions in rich, warm hues. Display them on coffee tables, mantels, or built-in shelves. Bonus points for titles in poetry, philosophy, or American history. Incorporate metal finishes that reflect the passage of time. Aged brass candlesticks, antique picture frames, and golden mirror frames add elegance without being flashy. These tones pair beautifully with leather and wood, reinforcing a classic and cozy ambience. Forget spring bouquets, fall florals are about muted tones and interesting textures. Use dried hydrangeas, eucalyptus, and branches in oversized vases. Add pine cones, acorns, and seasonal berries for depth. These organic elements echo Ralph Lauren's love for rustic refinement and nature's elegance. Velvet is the fabric of luxury and comfort. Add it subtly with throw pillows, drapes, or even an accent chair. In jewel tones like sapphire or rust, velvet adds richness without overwhelming the room, perfect for achieving a Ralph Lauren-inspired balance of plushness and poise. Choose a coffee table that feels like it's been passed down through generations. Look for chunky wood with visible grain, vintage iron legs, or even an old steamer trunk. Style it with books, a tray of candles, and a touch of greenery for a sophisticated autumn vignette. Swap out light sheers for heavier, lined drapes in deep tones. Think herringbone, velvet, or wool blends. The right window treatment not only keeps the chill out but also frames your views with style. These details channel the sense of luxury Ralph Lauren is known for. Not everything has to be rustic. Blend in touches of subdued glamour, like crystal glasses on a bar cart, a lacquered tray, or polished hardware. The trick is contrast. For every shiny item, pair something matte, distressed, or natural. This balance brings understated sophistication to your fall setting. Arrange your furniture to encourage cozy conversations. Position chairs around the fireplace, add a side table with vintage coasters, and include a soft throw on each seat. A space that feels made for evening chats over bourbon or tea instantly captures that Ralph Lauren lifestyle. Hit antique shops or estate sales for one-of-a-kind pieces, an old globe, a carved wooden box, or a classic typewriter. These items spark nostalgia and give your room character. Remember, Ralph Lauren's style often feels curated over decades, not bought in a single season. scent is a powerful design element. Use diffusers, incense, or candles to infuse your space with notes like sandalwood, leather, or vanilla tobacco. Fragrance deepens the atmosphere, especially when it matches the visual mood of fall and warmth. Make a statement as soon as you walk in. A leather bench, plaid scarf draped casually, and a vintage umbrella stand evoke timeless charm. Add a bowl of pine cones or mini pumpkins for a seasonal nod. This sets the tone for the rest of your Ralph Lauren-inspired home. Pair coarse textures with smooth ones for visual interest. Place a silky throw on a raw wooden bench, or mix suede pillows with crisp linen. Ralph Lauren interiors excel at these juxtapositions, adding both dimension and sophistication to the design. Not all autumn decor has to be colorful. A neutral palette, bone, taupe, oatmeal, can feel just as cozy and refined. Focus on layers, textures, and natural materials to create a serene but sumptuous environment. This lets key accent pieces truly shine. Set your fall table with a Ralph Lauren touch, vintage china, linen napkins, taper candles, and natural elements like gourds and leaves. Stick to a palette of deep hues and organic tones. It should feel like a rustic holiday gathering, even on a regular Tuesday. Dark accents, like a navy wall, a black framed mirror, or charcoal-toned cushions, add drama and depth. Don't be afraid of shadow. When balanced with warmth and texture, moody elements create coziness, not coldness. This is the secret to modern elegance. Design a mini bar area near your fireplace. Include vintage decanters, low-ball glasses, and an old-school ice bucket. Style it with a touch of autumn, maybe a cinnamon stick bouquet or copper mule mugs. This adds a lived-in sophistication to your fall setup. Use layers of lighting, floor lamps, sconces, string lights, and candles to create ambience. Each source adds its own dimension to the room. Avoid harsh overhead lights, and instead bathe the space in soft, golden tones that enhance your fireside decor. Consider using wallpaper with subtle patterns like pinstripes, tartan, or toile in a study or den. Alternatively, install wood paneling for a masculine, club-like atmosphere. These details immediately add the Ralph Lauren touch and help define fall-focused spaces. Accessories make all the difference. Think brass clocks, leather-bound photo albums, or a vintage telescope by the window. These elements may be small, but they reflect the lifestyle and luxury that Ralph Lauren's aesthetic celebrates. The goal is to evoke history, not get stuck in it. Blend modern furnishings with vintage flair. Let pieces reflect your life and journey rather than simply mimicking a catalog. Ralph Lauren's style succeeds because it feels authentic and deeply personal. As the leaves turn and evenings grow longer, your home should become a reflection of warmth, refinement, and comfort. By weaving in Ralph Lauren-inspired elements, from rich textures and equestrian details to moody palettes and curated vintage finds, you create a space that's both timeless and distinctly your own. Let this season be your invitation to live with elegance, beside the fire, in a home that tells your story.